A lot of guys in my comments would ask me if I was a guy. Like, so welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. My name is Ash and welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. So y'all, we're going to be talking about the whole culture of women right now, from Alexisskyy to blacchyna to the trans girlies, and what we think about what's going on right now. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts, then just keep on watching. Girl, so let's get into it, y'all. I decided to sit down and chit chat with you guys, and I was like, I should probably do my makeup while I talk to them so I'm not just sitting here. So I wanted to talk about the culture right now of women. And you saw the title. I don't know if y'all saw or not, but Alexisskyy and blacchyna look like they are just saved now and toning down their look. I know blacchyna has been removing fillers. She reduced her BBL, her breast implants. Alexisskyy looks like she's on the same type of journey. So as we talked about before with these girls and them getting these enhancements and stuff like that, a lot of times I'm seeing that this stuff is reversing and causing a lot of implications, complications. And truly, I think this is what I think about it. I want you guys to definitely comment in the comment section, because I do want to have the conversation. Like I said before, it was a point when I wanted to get enhancements and things like that, but I really had to take a step back and say to myself, do you want these things because you see where the culture is shifting to right now? Because I recall growing up and the aesthetic was super skinny bodies. So like I said, we're seeing these things being reversed. And, I think it's wonderful for them, whatever personal journey they are on. I hate that their self-confidence probably took a huge hit, just because with these surgeries and things like that comes a lot of body dysmorphia. If you listen to these girls, a lot of times they are still not happy with their bodies after they get something done. And my thing is, I have to love my body first before I go and enhance it in any way. I have to already just be really, and I know for some people this probably won't make sense, but for me, I have to be in love with me first. If I'm just doubting myself or doubting how I'm showing up and not getting the attention that I want or something like that, I don't just jump and say, oh, well, let me go in and change my body permanently or semi-permanently. That's not my first option. So I just wish this whole culture did not shift like this, because with these bodies comes a lot of bullshit. With changing your body the way that these women have, like, these women, some of them don't make it off the operating table. Y'all know that. And I just don't know if it's a risk that I would want to take just for a cosmetic, type of thing. Like, I researched stuff, so, and this is no victim shaming or anything like that, but I'm just happy with this decision that I am the way I am when it comes to things like that. And for me, blacchyna was so beautiful. Like, she's beautiful now. She was beautiful with the filler and everything, but when she got popping, I thought she was the most beautiful girl, just with her natural chunky baby face, and she had that amazing face bone structure. And then she had the dimple piercings, and I just adored her whole style. Like, she invented a whole look. And just, she was from DC, and she was low-key, but also she would pop out and make a scene, and people made a really big deal about her. Like, she was just different. She had this like different rock star like aesthetic, and I don't know her personally, so I don't know if she misses that girl. I'm sure she does, but it's just like, girl, you was so popping before you even did anything. Like, okay, yeah, so I don't know where I was, but I always thought blacchyna was a beautiful, beautiful girl. I love how she just took a chance and stepped out on faith and went out there to LA and she was popping for years and years, even till now. But you know, she you know, like, you know, I'm not here to judge, but you never know what's really going on down there in that damn Hollywood. And Alexisskyy is beautiful to me. She's like just strikingly beautiful, like, you know. So I'm happy for them regardless. I hope that this is something that isn't just another trend. And I'm just gonna be real and say that, because I'm noticing a lot of people hopping on this I'm saved religious trend. And just like the bodies and the BBLs was a trend, like, I don't know. I don't even think blacchyna got everything removed. I think some stuff is still there, if I'm being real. And again, this is her personal decision. This is her life. But don't give me hypocrite, girl. Do what makes you happy. But what I'm saying is the way that this stuff is kind of like, because this is a market too. Like this whole I'm saved, like they're, you know, lifestyle creators, fashion creators, beauty brand, all that stuff. But this whole image is marketable as well. So I'm just gonna like watch it and watch how it goes. And I do wish them the best. Now, because you got to be real creative to find a way to still be like enticing but saved, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. Girl, so next topic, okay? Because you know I can get long-winded. The next topic, and make sure you guys check the description. I don't know if I said that already, but all the products, or as many as I can, will be in the description box. But anywho, the next conversation that I want to have is about the T-girls. So by T-girls, that means trans, if you're not familiar with the lingo. And the reason I'm going to bring this conversation up is because lately I have been having a lot of conversations surrounding trans women. Like either it'll pop up on my feed, or I went to my mom's friend's house and she was showing us like this movie where it was based off of real life events of trans girls and how they were dating guys, and apparently the guys didn't know they were trans, blah blah blah. And one of the girls got killed behind that, and I just, oh my god. And then me and someone else were having a conversation and they were telling me about a rapper that recently got exposed, and I'm just like, okay. So when I looked at that situation and I saw the girl, the T girl, I was like, yo, here's my thing. So I'm an ally of the LGBTQIA, period. So I would appreciate if nobody put any comments in the chat that are disrespectful or say anything along, you know, just don't be disrespectful. You can have your opinion, but don't be disrespectful. But my thing is, number one, I understand the appearance and how unclockable some of these girls are. They like to use the term fish, cunt, whatever, all of that. Because when I tell you, I have personally seen some trans girls that looked drop dead like bombshells, like they shouldn't even be in this establishment because they were just in it. I mean, on every level, from the body to the skin to the hair to the nails to the every little detail. And this was so interesting because the one time that I saw this one trans girl, she was in the club and she was like Asian or whatever. She was bad, like bad. And she was causing such a big like ruckus. Everybody was like surrounding her, and she actually started to look scared. And then one of my friends told me like, oh, she's a trans girl or whatever. And I'm like, what? So I guess a lot of the guys was like, wanted to talk to her. When I tell you, this girl looked like she just had that Jessica Rabbit shape. Like, it was crazy. It was literally crazy. But to me, it looked good, because that's just like, I like that. Like, so a lot of guys wanted to talk to her, and I guess they realized that she was trans at some point. I was drunk, I don't really know, but then I guess they was getting ready to try to fight her, and I was like, what? I don't get that. I don't get why people can't just be like, oh, okay, and just like keep it pushing. Like, especially when the girl is drop dead gorgeous. Like, anybody could think it was a woman. And another thing is, trans girls, in my opinion, without being disrespectful, I feel like they have the best of both worlds, because they know how a man thinks, obviously, right? And then they also know, you know, how to appear like a woman, and the things that men go for when it comes to women, and the dream girl looking aesthetic. And you know, and I know it's hard for a lot of them, because you know, it costs a lot to do a complete transformation like that, and the hormones and all those things. I know a lot of them can't start until later in life because they're not accepted. Like, I know a few things. I don't know everything, but you know, there's these young trans girls. I sit in their lives on TikTok because honestly, I'm intrigued by the whole thing, and I just, like, if a trans girl was to give me pointers on my look, I wouldn't be mad. Like, I remember when I first kind of got on the internet, and a lot of guys in my comments would ask me if I was a guy, like as if I was trans or something, when I was doing a lot of heavy makeup and stuff like that. And I took it as a compliment. Like, I was like, oh, I'm doing something right. Because it's a difference between drag and then trans. Like, drag is supposed to make it look like I'm a dude, but trans that's a whole different thing. And it's like, if you think I'm trans, I am not mad. Did you mean to say drag? I don't know, but you said trans. And it's just like, I don't like the hate surrounding it. Like, again, if you have your own opinions, that's fine. I'm learning to let people have their own opinions about things, because that's what you're supposed to do. But I just love it. So the other thing was, a lot of athletes are being exposed for, you know, having trans lovers and things like that. And my thing about that is, number one, you really gonna tell me that once you get intimate with someone, you're not touching around? Like, you don't know, especially if they haven't had their bottom surgery. Like, okay, if they had their bottom surgery and all that stuff, okay, you probably wouldn't know, but you can't, I just don't. Now, that whole aspect of it is blurry to me. So if somebody is trans and you feel comfortable commenting, or you know more than me, please do, because you know, I just don't buy it when the guys are like, oh, I didn't know, you tricked me. Like, I don't know. And then I don't want to minimize anybody's experience also, but it's like, the thing I don't like is that you will hit these girls up for a late night fun call, but you won't take them out in public. You won't introduce them to your family. Like, I know some guys that actually do have trans wives who they're like, no, this is my wife. Like, I have met people like that. So, but what's being shown in the public eye is that it's just so taboo. It's so, and I still feel like it is so taboo, because I just don't know enough. I mean, I can name a handful of people. Like, I know Tokyo. I know there was another girl. I can't think of her name right now, but she was a makeup girly. If I think of her name, I'll put her on the screen. She's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I know Big Frida. I know there's a couple here and there girls. And then there's the girls that people say are trans that have never confirmed that they're trans. So it's just a whole conversation that I feel like needs to be talked about more, because I want to know a true trans girl's experience. Like, I want to get to the root of it, and I just want to know, like, why, what. So that's my spiel. I just feel like trans girls should be accepted as trans girls, like, period. Like, if you want to hit them up in the nighttime, you should be able to go out with them in the daytime. Like, that's what's in you, that's what you're doing. So like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably rambling at this point, but please leave your comments in the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the comments. I love talking to you guys. I love everything. I'm actually a little tipsy now, and I don't even think I finished my makeup, but girl, I just wanted to get pretty today. Also, make sure you follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. Yeah, so yeah, leave me a comment down below, especially if you are a trans girl or you know more about the subject. Let me know. And also let me know what you guys think about the whole Alexisskyy blacchyna, the Instagram model turned saved. What do you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.